morning students. Today I am taking the class 9 science biology chapter 6 tissue. My dear student, I already explained you about the plant tissues, and in animal tissues I explained you about epithelial tissues. Now today I teach you about the connective tissues, muscular tissues and nervous tissues. Now first, what is a connective tissues? Means this tissue is a specialized to connect various body organs with each other. That is why it is called connective tissue. Example, it connects two or more bones to each other, muscles to bones, or it binds different tissues together, and also it gives various supports of the body. So what is the main regarding this connective tissue? It connects various body organs with each other. The cells of connective tissues, when we study in details, these are loosely packed, living and are embedded in an intercellular matrix, and that may be, the matrix are different types. Matrix, some are either jelly like fluid, some are fluid, some are denser or rigid in nature. So the nature of matrix differ in these with the functions of particular connective tissue. What is the means like bone? So matrix are differ, and in muscular tissue it is differ. So now we will study a different type of connective tissues are. So first one is that blood. Now what is the blood? It is a fluid connective tissue, and it links different parts of the body, and it helps to maintain the continuity of the body. It contains fluid matrix. Which type of matrix are present in the blood? Fluid matrix called plasma and blood cells, and inside that, in the blood, such as RBC, red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and platelets, all are suspended in it. And plasma, it contains all proteins, salts and hormones. So blood, it is a fluid connective tissue. It contains RBC, WBC, platelets. What is the main function of these blood? Do you know blood transport nutrients, gases, hormones and vitamins to various tissues of the body it carries. Now we will see the structure of the blood cells. Now these are the white cells, lymphocytes, neutrophils. These are red blood cells. These are monocytes, eosinophils, basophils, and these are the platelets. Do you know this blood also transport these excretory products from the tissues to excretory organs. It also conduct heat and regulate the body temperature. Properties, when we study in the details, so different properties shown by the different bloods in the bodies are as follows. So first we will take as RBC, red blood corpuscles. Do you know these red blood corpuscles? It helps in transport of respiratory gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide with the help of hemoglobin, and to form the various part of a body. When oxygen is added with this RBC, it is called oxyhemoglobin, and when it carbon dioxide, so it is called carboxyhemoglobin. Now the next, white blood corpuscles, WBC. Do you know what it do? It fight with the diseases by producing antibodies. When any bacteria, anything will be enter inside the body, so it will be act as a fight. It makes a pus, and what it do? It fight with with this bacterial infection, and it produce antibodies. So with the help of this, it kill the germs. Next one is the blood platelets. Do you know it help in clotting of the blood? Suppose any part is injured and the blood is coming out, there will be bleeding. So these blood platelets help to clot the blood, so it prevent the blood from flowing. Next is the bone. Second connective tissue. First one is the blood, second one is the bone. What is the bone? It is a very strong and non-flexible tissue. It is porous, highly vascular, mineralized, hard and rigid. Do you know what about its matrix? Its matrix is made up of protein, and it is rich in salts of calcium and phosphorus. Do you know it forms mostly the framework that supports the body, and it also anchors the muscles and support the main organs. Next one is the ligaments. Do you know ligament? They connect one bone to another. A ligament is very elastic and has considerable strength on it. Do you know it contains very little matrix? Ligaments give strength to our joints and permit normal movements. Tendons. Tendons, they are strong, inelastic structure which joins skeletal muscles, mostly it's join skeletal muscles to bones. These are composed of white fibrous tissues with limited flexibility in it but give great strength. Next one is the cartilage. It is a specialized connective tissues having widely spaced cells, lot of space are present here, and it has solid matrix and which is composed of protein and sugar. Cartilage, what is its main function? It provides smoothness to the bones surface at the joints, and it is present in the nose, ear, trachea and larynx. We can fold the cartilage of the ears like that, but we cannot bend the bones of our arms. Next one is areolar tissue. See the structure of areolar tissue. These are called the macrophage, these are fibroblasts, these are the collagen fibers, these are the mast cells, and these are the plasma cells, and these are the fibroblasts. Do you know where this is located? Areolar tissue, it is located between skin and the muscles, around blood vessels and the nerves, and in the bone marrow. It is a loose and cellular tissue. It is supporting and packing tissues which is found between the organs which is lying in the body cavity. It fills the space inside the organs, it supports internal organs and help in repair of the tissue. Next one we are taking, that is adipose tissue. Do you know where it is located? It is located below the skin and between the internal organs. It serves as a fat reservoir. The fats are stored here and it keeps our visceral organs in position. It acts as an insulator and due to storage of fats. Now the next tissue, third tissue we are studying, that is muscular tissue. Do you know muscular tissue? It is elongated cells, also called muscle fibers, and this tissue is responsible for the movement of our body. It contains a special type of protein that is called contractile protein, and which cause the movements of the muscles by which we are doing contraction and relaxing. There are different types of muscular tissue we will study here. See, these are the structure of striated muscles. This one is the smooth muscles and this is the cardiac muscles. You see, in these striated muscles, these are the dark bands and these are the light bands, and these are the nucleus. And in smooth muscles, these are the spindle shaped cells, these are the nucleus. When we see the cardiac muscles, these are the striations, these are the junctional complex, and these are the nucleus. Now you see next. First we will study about the striated muscles. See, do you know striated muscles, it is also called our voluntary muscles. Why? Because we can move this by our will. That is why it is also called voluntary muscles. Muscles which are present in our limbs. The muscles which are present in limbs move when we want to them. If we want, we can move or not. And if we want to stop when we decide. That is why these are called striated muscles. Mostly it is attached. Where it is attached? Striated muscles. It is attached to the bone and they help in the body movement. Example, the muscles of our limbs, hands, they are also called skeletal muscles. And the cells are, I already shown you, long, cylindrical, it is unbranched, and multinucleated means they are having many nuclei. Striated muscles show alternate light and dark bands or striation, and they are also known as striated muscles. Next we are taking that is unstriated muscles. It is also called smooth muscles. It is involuntary muscles, means we cannot move them according to our will. Now, like movement of the food in our alimentary canal, contractions and relaxation of blood vessels, our iris or our eye, the muscles present in ureters and in bronchi of the lungs. All these are unstriated muscles. The cells of smooth muscles, they are long with pointed and mostly we call it spindle shaped, and uninucleate means single nucleus are present on it. Do you know, these muscles do not show any dark and light bands, hence they are also called unstriated muscles. Next we are taking cardiac muscles. Heart, where it is located? It is located in the heart. These are the involuntary muscles present only in our heart. See, what is the main function? They perform rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life. Do you know, these involuntary muscles we call cardiac muscles. The cell of cardiac muscles have also stripes of light and dark bands. Now next we are taking the nervous tissue. See the structure of neurons. It is a neuron unit of nervous tissue. See, it is the longest cells in our body, neuron. These are called the dendrites. Inside this, these are the cell body. It contains dendrites, nucleus and cytoplasm. These are called the soma, and these are called axon, and inside this these are myelin sheath. And these are the axon terminal, these are road of Ranvier, and these are called cells. Now we see detail about these structures. Nervous tissue, do you know? The cells of nervous tissues, they are highly specialized for receiving stimulus and then transmitting it very rapidly from one place to another within the body itself. They are also called the nerve cells, or we call it neurons. Do you know, they enable the cells to respond according to the stimuli received. Brain, spinal cord and the nerves, these all are composed of nervous tissue. Now, an individual nerve cells made by up to a meter long and is composed of three major parts. What are the three major parts? First one is called the cell body. It consists of cytoplasm, nucleus and cell membrane. Next one is the axon. It is a single long conducting fibers extending from neuron. It transmits impulse away from the cell body. Its main function is that transmitting the impulse. Next one is the dendrites. Dendrites, what are the dendrites? These are the short branch fibers of the neuron which receive the nerve impulse. First the dendrite receive the nerve impulse, then it will be transported by the axon. Now, do you know many nerve fibers which are bound together by these connective tissue, and then tissues it make up a nerve. Do you know, this nerve impulse allow us to move our muscles according to our will, and combination of nerves and muscle tissues in animal, it causes rapid movements when it get the response in response to the stimuli. So these are the different functions. My dear students, we study in the tissue the plant tissues and the animal tissue. So in the plant tissues, earlier we studied there are two types of plant tissue. That is meristematic tissue. First we studied the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. Then we studied about the animal tissue. In animal tissue we studied the epithelial tissue. Next one is the connective tissue. Then we studied the muscular tissues and nervous tissue. So you studied it well because it is very important, and all the things, structures and functions, learn it very well. Thank you. Now it is finished. Next I will take the diseases.